Hi, everybody. Excuse me. This is Jane Celia Hatch. I'm a writer and a lot of other things. I was a journalist and I'm a Reiki master. And this is relates to the help I need with a shaman. So I think some people find that word offensive. And one reason they might find it offensive, make sure this is on this microphone. Well, if you're on the Christian extreme right, there's a fear of anybody who can navigate the spiritual world for some strange reason, because I think that's what Christ did. But there's a lot of people on the right that are scared of that word. They're uncomfortable with that word. If I said that word out loud, they probably wouldn't associate with me. But what I'm going to talk about today is the other side of that, well, it goes back to this one comment on Rumble or was BitChute. I have two other channels that I'm just slowly building. Someone said in the comments underneath, after you said I'm a shaman, I shut it off. So I'm like, what is that all about? But I kind of get it, because even I'm not completely comfortable with that word, because I think of what other people might think, and partially what I think, because I am a shaman. If anybody knows me, I mean, if some people watching this could be family, they've known me my whole life, or I have friends 20, 30, 40 years back who might be watching this who know me, and they know I'm a shaman. They also know I don't say that. I don't go around introducing myself like that. Like, if you didn't know me deeply, if you hadn't read my book, if you weren't one of my clients, you would just see me as an ordinary person. But that's the other level, is that I think everybody is shamanic. I think that's our natural state of being when we develop our skills that we're born with. If you're not a shaman, it's because it's probably atrophied out of you. It was scared out of you. Your parents, your religious leaders, political leaders, academic leaders pounded out of you. I talked to one of the leaders in the teacher certification program in Santa Fe recently. He said a teacher got fired for having a class where they all closed their eyes and did an imagination exercise. So that's how much our culture is afraid of shamanic skills. And imagination is a shamanic skills. They say imagination is the bridge between reality over to shamanism, the physical reality to the spiritual. You imagine, as a shaman, you start to imagine a passageway to upper world, and you imagine a passageway to lower world, and it begins to build. It's pretty simple. Abracadabra means as I think, I create. As I feel, I create. We are creative. We are co-creators with God. So what I'm getting at is, I don't know whether in these videos to call myself a shaman, because people, they think, well, you don't either. They think you don't look like a shaman because you're not running around with feathers and, drums and masks and rawhide, and or you should look like that, or else you're not a shaman. And the word shaman itself is pretty fitting. It's a Siberian word. It means one who can see in the dark, or who can see the unseen. So to me, when I say that word, well, that fits me. But then again, it's only part of me, but yet it's the totality of me. since I was probably 7 years old. I have been shamanic in that I feel the vibrations of the universe and the stars and the flowers and the trees and the animals. And I've been able to travel through those worlds and travel to and back, and anybody can do it, but it's just I chose to develop. So it is, shaman is the totality of me, yet it really isn't me, as my soul travels through lifetimes, many different things. So I've always, and I've had this question for a long time. Do I call myself a shaman in these videos, or is it going to put people off? Have you been put off? Um, then there's the other ones that are kind of, I think, a bad substitute, but I write about them nonetheless. In my shamanism thesis, I wrote a thesis for Lesley University in Cambridge on shamanism. And the other ones are shamanic practitioner, a shamanic healer. Um, and it's sort of like saying you're not really a shaman, but you're just practicing it. It's just a technique that you're practicing. And we're going to reserve the word for indigenous shamans, I guess, like South American, native. But then it gets very complicated because there's, who's a Celtic shaman? Is it you had to be born 100, 200 years ago, or can you be, like I just did one on Harry, can he be one because he's a DNA bloodline? Shaman to me fits better than shamanic practitioner. I'm not practicing, I'm not pretending, I'm not practicing. I am at my soul level someone who sees the unseen. So, but this person said, after I said I'm a shaman, they shut off the video. So I'm wondering, are you having that response? How do you feel when I say that? If you know me, you understand completely. You know that I don't go around saying, hi, I'm a shaman. I don't even talk about it. I don't bring it up. Even if spirituality is brought up, I still don't bring it up because it's such a like a loaded, but I don't have another word. If you don't know me and you just come to my video and I say, well, I'm a writer, maybe that would cover it. Maybe that's all I need to say. To me, it's okay, but you don't really get an idea of who I am, in the broader picture. So this is just going to be a brief video, but I really would like to know, could you put your opinion below? Like, and again, if you know me, you know that I don't brag about it. I don't talk about it. I rarely say that word. But you know that I am, in a way, who I am, and you know what I've been doing my whole life. So, but how do you feel at people that don't know me that come across these videos? And, I'm not in the woods of South America, running around half naked with feathers, stuck to my body and a wild headdress, which some people think a shaman is. Can be that, but it can also be just a simple, normal person like me. Just, it's just and the thing is, most activities a shaman do are invisible, they're unseen. So it's like a butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker. You can see what they're doing. It's very clear, but it's such an invisible journey. Journeying is invisible. So this has like been bothering me for a long time, even before that person said that. And when they said that, it really did bother me too. But I don't I don't know really how to present myself because I'm that and much more. But then again, that is who I am, not my spirit. My spirit goes through many incarnations and many different parts of myself. But I guess I'm getting a little repetitive now. if you could possibly tell me in the comments below, what is your opinion? Well, how does it sound when I say that? Um, does it sound weak? Does it sound like it doesn't fit or whatever? I mean, if I went on, I could say I'm an herbalist. Yeah, I said I'm a Reiki. I work with crystals. I make flower essences. It's like, where do I stop and start with my introduction? Or maybe there's a word for all of those, like a goddess. Maybe I should just say, but saying I'm a goddess, I am a vessel for goddess energy. So anyway, if you could help with that, I'd really appreciate it. I hope all is well. Happy Friday. We've had torrential rain. You can see the sun's coming in, sun's coming out, and it's going to be beautiful because we've had torrential rain for 2 days, unless there's floods, which there can be in New Mexico because it hits the ground and it runs off. It won't always seep in. So lots of love and thank you.